while giving the exam, I felt that I'm marking the wrong answers. And if I can't do well in my strongest section, what will I do in like DILR and quants? And that is exactly why, I spoiled my paper. I ended up, carrying forward the burden of the VARC section to the DILR and then the DILR section to the quant section. And I have been writing on LinkedIn since the last 3 years. Penning down my thoughts and writing around a myriad of topics, it just used to give me that sense of calm, and it used to help me structure my thoughts. Hi, my name is Tanya Bahl and I have been born and brought up in Delhi. I did my schooling from Amity International School, Noida, and post my schooling, I went to Sri Ram College of Commerce to pursue my BCom honors from there. I got a 9.23 CGPA in my undergrad, and post that I had a campus placement with Honasa Consumer Limited. That's the parent company of Mama Earth, the Derma Co, and a couple of other brands. I worked there for 10 months in marketing as well as new product development. Post that, I gave CAT and I got a 97.94 percentile and would be joining IIM Lucknow this year. I had given the CAT exam last year as well when I was in the final year of my college. But that time the exam did not go that well and I could not get the calls from my desired institutions. So I decided to give the CAT one more time, and this time I gave it along with my job, and yes, it bore fruit. So I think one of the major differences between both my attempts was the kind of mindset that I had. So when I gave the exam while I was in college, that time, reeling under the pressure of placements, my final college exams, and just, what the future holds next, I ended up spoiling the calm and peace of mind that I should be having during the exam, and that, ended up ruining the paper for me. So for me, VARC was a section that was the strongest. And when I gave the exam last year, even though I was giving the right answers, which I got to know after the results came out, while giving the exam, I felt that I'm marking the wrong answers. And if I can't do well in my strongest section, what will I do in like DILR and quants? And that is exactly why, I spoiled my paper. I ended up, carrying forward the burden of the VARC section to the DILR and then the DILR section to the quant section. So this is why I, just messed up my entire attempt. Even before you start your CAT preparation, do give a mock, as that will help you understand, which are the areas in which you are strong and which are the areas that require work. It doesn't matter if you've just done one chapter of quantitative aptitude or if you've not, touched any topic in LRDI. It's okay, just giving that one exam, it will just help you understand your strong and weak point of areas. And then you can accordingly customize a study plan for yourself that will help you in efficiently cracking the CAT exam. So for VARC, I would suggest that you can read through Aeon essays. They have a lot of essays on a myriad of topics. Apart from that, you can also read up news pieces, since that way you will also be able to understand what is currently going on around the world and improve your comprehension skills as well. So VARC is that one section A, it comes in the start of the exam, at least till now that's been happening. And secondly, you will be needing to read long pieces of text and then comprehend them and then give the answers. So it's good that you develop that kind of a reading habit in which you don't lose concentration while reading long paragraphs of text, because even the questions will generally not be straightforward. You will have to thoroughly understand the passage for the same. For DILR, so there is this one app called Peak that has a lot of brain games that I used to play earlier. Then apart from that, I also used to solve Sudoku sometimes. So this is just some ancillary things. Apart from that, you should try and solve as many LRDI sets as you can find. There are a lot of resources from coaching institutes, online, YouTube. You can just Google up and you will find plethora of such kind of sets. Just practicing will help you develop that bent of mind, which could help you in acing the section better. Then when it comes to the quantitative aptitude section, so herein, like, I had gone through Arun Sharma's level of difficulty 1 and level of difficulty 2. Apart from that, I think YouTube also served as a very good way of preparation. And in terms of mocks, this time I had just taken the mocks of time and IMS. I also feel that it's very important to give yourself, adequate number of breaks between the entire preparation, otherwise you can burn out. So for me, I love writing, and I have been writing on LinkedIn since the last 3 years, penning down my thoughts and writing around a myriad of topics. It just used to give me that sense of calm, and it used to help me structure my thoughts. Apart from this, I also loved watching movies, so I'm a huge movie buff, and even listening to songs. Just keep your mood rejuvenated, and don't stress out so much. This exam really tests your time management skills, so don't waste unnecessary time on a question. So I did this mistake in my first attempt, and if any time you come across a question that you think is from an area of your forte or it's from your strength, but you're not able to solve it in let's say 2.5 minutes, you should try to move on, because like I said, you just have 40 minutes, and that is a very short amount of time when you have to go through so many questions. Second thing, always scan the entire section and try to solve the low hanging fruits first. So by low hanging fruits, I mean the questions that are on the easier side. Let's say there are 26 questions in verbal ability. So out of that, there would probably be those few set of questions that would be easy to attempt. So you need to figure out which are those questions and solve them first, because each of the questions carries the same amount of marks. And I think one of my most important tips would be that do keep a very calm mind while giving the exam, and don't stress out so much, because you just end up ruining the exam for yourself. That is exactly what had happened with me in my first attempt. Before you sit into the exam center, just take in a few deep breaths and just clear your mind, and just tell yourself that you've got it, because you've put in the amount of hard work that is there, and now just give the exam with a very, very calm mind, so that you're able to give the answers accurately and you don't end up messing the entire section and the exam. All the best. I hope it goes really well and you get into the institution that you've dreamed of.